Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the WRESTLEDUDE YouTube channel and welcome back to my collection corner, the series where I basically go through and check out all the cool stuff that I've added now to my collection, and you guys just kind of check it out here with me and give me your thoughts on everything. So today's episode is actually going to be, I guess, sort of our Black Friday special, since I'm filming this on Black Friday. I actually didn't really go out and do any shopping on Black Friday. I went to GameStop to check on some pre-orders that I had. I ended up picking up this pretty sweet PlayStation shirt. It's got like a blue heart with all the PlayStation like logo symbols in it, so I thought that was pretty cool, so I decided to wear it for this. But everything here is just stuff that I've bought over the past couple of weeks, kind of amalgamated together. Actually, this video might be coming out in 2022, so it's a long ways away from Black Friday, so that probably won't be the title of this video, but we've still got some awesome stuff here that I want to show you guys. So, as always, let me know in the comment section below, once we're done, what your favorite thing of this video was. And with that being said, let's see. Trying to think of what to show you guys first. Matter of fact, I'll show this, because this is fairly unique. So, this is Polymorph Thermoplastic. And if you're wondering, Jacob, WRESTLEDUDE, why the hell do you have Polymorph Thermoplastic? It'll make sense later on, but just know, Polymorph Thermoplastic. On to the next thing. Just remember. Let's move on to this. This is actually something kind of cool. This was when I was at Myers one day. I was looking for wrestling figures and AEW figures and stuff like that, and I ran into the Hot Wheels section. Not literally ran, but I was going down the Hot Wheels section and I found these Cars figurines. They're called Drive-In Cineparks, and this is the character of Ham from Toy Story in the style of Cars, and I thought that was pretty cool, so I ended up picking him up. So I think I'm going to go out and try and find Woody and Buzz there on the back here as well. So you got Woody there, you got Buzz right here, and then you got, who's that? I actually don't... Oh, no, wait. That's from Bug's Life. That's from Bug's Life. And then we got Monsters, Inc. right there. So we've got 2 from Bug's Life, 2 from Monsters, Inc., and 3 from Toy Story. So, hey, Toy Story wins out there. But, yeah, I'm excited to potentially find the other 2 Toy Story ones from that whole set. So I'm excited to kind of see for that. Let's see. Let's hop over to Funko Pops. This is a really cool one. This is the Bane Day of the Dead Funko Pop. The DC did a whole line of these like Funko Pop ones, and I've ran into quite a few of them. I think I've ran into all of them except for the Harley Quinn one, but I never picked any of them up just because, I mean, they looked cool, but like, it's Day of the Dead, like, it's one day of the year that the Funko Pop would make sense to have. The Bane one, however, I think works really well considering he is Spanish. I think it works really well for his character. Plus the designs on his mask look awesome, so I think it goes really, really well. Plus, I don't have a Bane Funko Pop, and I think Bane has a really cool look, so I'm happy to finally have a Bane Funko Pop in the collection, and one that's very unique and has a nice little extra bit of detail to him and a nice story behind it. So I think that's pretty awesome to have. Let's move over to DC Multiverse Figures. Now, this does not have a package because originally I wasn't going to film this video so quickly, but I actually ended up getting a lot of stuff fairly quickly, so I figured I would film it. So this is the Armored Batman from the Dark Knight Returns comic book. I actually watched the animated movie a little while ago, and I thought it was really awesome, and I saw this at a GameStop randomly when I went in to pre-order my stuff. This was a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, I ended up picking up this, and I think it looks freaking awesome. Just growing my DC Multiverse figures, which are mostly just Batman and Joker figures. I don't think I have any other like non-DC Multiverse figures that are not Batman and the Joker, which is it gives you a taste of sort of what I'm into as far as DC Multiverse figures are, which, little tease for a future episode of the Collection Corner, the figurines that I went to GameStop to pre-order are more DC Multiverse figures. So whenever they come in and whenever we film the next episode of the Collection Corner, you'll know exactly what those were. Let's see. Let's go wrestling. This is the Chase version in white tights of Jake Atlas. I picked this up just because I think Jake Atlas was a really cool wrestler. I thought he did a lot of really cool like moves in the ring. Like I was geeking out over like a version of the Yoshitonic roll that he did, or the Code Red, some people call it. But yeah, he had a version of it that I thought was just so fucking awesome, and I remember tweeting at him about it on Twitter, and I saw the figure at the store. Obviously, he got released, and he ended up retiring from pro wrestling, so I thought it'd be a nice little thing, like, kind of have his figure. I thought it looked pretty cool, especially in the white tights. I think the white tights look a lot better than the black tights, so a very good addition to the wrestling figure collection, and whatever he decides to do now that he's not in pro wrestling, I wish him nothing but the best. I'm sure a lot of people agree with that. Really sucks what happened to him, and really has sucked what's happened to a lot of those wrestlers that have been released by WWE. But hopefully things are brighter on the other side, outside the prison. Let's see. Let's move on to this. This is not a figure, but I have been starting to try and find some more of these Toy Story comic books. I have one other one. This is Toy Story A Scary Night. So I'm excited to kind of read through that and then put it on my Toy Story collection shelf. Nice little thing. It also has some like cutout collector cards on the back, but I don't do that. It would ruin the comic book. So I don't know how many of these there are. Oh, this is issue number 1, by the way. So I don't know what issue that one over there is. But yeah, I don't know how many in total there are of this, but hopefully I can find some more. So maybe I'll try to look on like Amazon or Barnes and Noble or something like that. Maybe I can see if we can't get the entire collection done sometime soon. Let's go back to Funko Pops. This is actually a surprising one that I found at Target. I went, obviously, looking for wrestling figures and stuff like that, and I actually ran into the Jurassic Park T-Rex Funko Pop, the really tall one, which was very surprising because I remember that coming out like a couple years ago, and like I was confused as to why an older Funko Pop like that would be restocked. I didn't end up picking up that, obviously, because it's 10 inches tall, and obviously I'm running out of shelf space as it is, but it was a very cool figurine. But the one that I ended up picking up is from Jurassic Park, and it is the Dr. Ian Malcolm laying down. This is the iconic pose of him after he gets attacked and gets cut on the leg, and he's laying down on the operating table. He's helping get the electricity turned back on. Very cool figure. Jurassic Park, one of my favorite movies. I think I'm one of very few people that actually likes Jurassic Park 3, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I think that's a very awesome Funko Pop. Every time I go to Target, every time I go down the aisle and I see in the Jurassic Park section, there's like this cool setup, like action figure set of like the T-Rex and like the Jeep with like the cool background of like the cage at night with the rain and stuff. And every time I see it, I'm like so tempted to buy it and just keep it in the packaging just because of how cool it looks. But I keep remembering like I can't go down the rabbit hole of buying dinosaur stuff, and I'm already, this is for a separate video, but I'm already in the hunt for a different Jurassic Park dinosaur type thing, so I don't want to be like splurging so much on dinosaur stuff, at least for right now. Maybe when I move out and I get my own place, maybe I can look into expanding into other collections, but for now I just want to try and keep it to, you know, like comic book stuff, wrestling figures, Funko Pops, you know, stuff like that. Let's see. Let's stick with Funko Pops. This is a really cool one. This one was one that I also saw at GameStop the same day that I went in to pre-order my future stuff. But it is a Spongebob Funko Pop, and he's got a nice little like net with him. But this is a line of Funko Pops called Pops with a Purpose, and this is for Funko and Rivet. And what Rivet is like a campaign to save jellyfish fields and raising awareness awareness about climate change. So the proceeds from me buying this Funko Pop will go towards that organization. So I thought that was really cool. Obviously, you can't really go wrong with a little bit of SpongeBob, and it was a really cool one. I've seen a lot of SpongeBob Funko Pops out there lately, and all of them seem like very specific, you know, like SpongeBob in like a Christmas sweater and stuff like that. I just kind of wanted a standard SpongeBob, so I think this is a really good one. Sucks that he doesn't have his signature jellyfish hunting glasses on, but that's just a nitpick. So yeah, I'm very happy to have this. Happy to support the cause of Rivet and supporting their search and help to try and prevent climate change. So any little bit that can help, and obviously I'm helping my own ways with trying to prevent climate change and all that stuff. So a very good cause and a very cool way to do it with the special Funko Pops with a Purpose line. I think that's very, very cool. These next couple things are going to be all wrestling figures, and then I got a big finale piece here that I'm excited to show you guys. Let's see. Let's do this one. This is Sammy Guevara, the last member of the Inner Circle. I did a separate video of all the AEW wrestling figures that I have gotten recently, and I needed one more member of the Inner Circle. So I now finally have Sammy Guevara. I picked this up on eBay for fairly good price. For some reason, this isn't being sold on Ringside Collectibles. I just thought that was very weird. I think all the other ones are, but for some reason, Sammy Guevara isn't. So I thought that was very weird. Another case of a superstar wrestler whose face is just kind of weird because he has like this weird like open mouth pose with the tongue out. It just looks so weird to see it like that, kind of like with the Riho action figure, but I still think all in all, I still think it's a really cool figure. They have to do at some point an action figure of Sammy Guevara running away from the golf cart. That has to come at some point. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it has to come at some point. Moving on. Let's go with this one. Okay, this one has an interesting story behind it as well. Dustin Rhodes. I wanted to get a Dustin Rhodes, obviously, and I wanted to get a Dustin Rhodes that I really, really liked, and I liked this matchup between him and Cody from Double or Nothing, and I think the figure itself from here down looks great. You may be wondering why I'm saying from here down. That's because the face, I don't know if you guys can see it. Can I get a close-up? The face, in case you can't see it, one of the eyes is painted wrong. If you can tell, one of the eyes is painted lower than it should be, so his face looks lopsided. Also, his mouth, where his mouth is painted below where the mold of his mouth is, so it just looked very, very weird. And a really good thing happened out of this. I saw this defect, and I went to jazzwares.com, and I went to their customer support, and I sent some emails back and forth with a very nice lady. I think her name was Elizabeth, and she put together a package sent to me to get me a brand new head sculpt made with the right paint job done. So the eyes have been fixed, the mouth was fixed, and cost me absolutely nothing. So thank you very much to Jazzwares for getting that figured out. So once I open up that action figure to put it on my shelf for display, I'm going to take off that crappy head, and I'm going to put this one on there, and I'll just have a random Dustin Rhodes head. I don't know, but that was very nice of Jazzwares to do. So clap to you guys over there at Jazzwares. Thank you for your help. And with one Rhodes brother from that match, obviously I had to get the other Rhodes brother. Now, obviously, they did the Blood and Guts set with these two, but I just wanted to get the regular ones. And I know you guys are probably wondering, like, why wouldn't you want to get a more, like, current Cody, you know, with, like, the neck tattoo and all that stuff? Well, to be honest, I wanted to not only get the Cody Rhodes that was in this match, but I wanted to get a version of Cody Rhodes from an era of Cody Rhodes that I actually liked him in. The more, like, anytime after he got the tattoo, I've just been booing Cody Rhodes, like, so much. I did an entire separate video on this. If you guys want to check that out, just check it out on my channel. It's like, why I hate Cody Rhodes in the year 2021. That's the video title. But yeah, I like this version of Cody Rhodes. I actually did a custom Funko Pop of this Cody Rhodes, like, ring gear that I actually covered on an old episode of the Collection Corner. So I think he looks great. He actually has a little bit of a defect on him as well. His lips are like painted very, very bright pink, so it kind of looks like he's wearing lipstick. But obviously, I don't really care about that defect as much as I did with the Dustin Rhodes one. The lips aren't really that much of a distraction to me compared to Dustin Rhodes' eye being like down here. Oh, I just threw the replacement head. But yeah, very cool Cody Rhodes figure. I'm gonna have a lot of AEW action figures to display, and also I pre-ordered the Chris Statlander action figure that just got announced, and I do have a Wardlow action figure that should be coming in at some point. So a couple more AEW figures teased for future episodes. Let's move on to let's do these. Since they are also out of the packaging, I picked up Scarlett and Chelsea Green. Now you may be wondering, didn't I already have these? And the answer is yes. I picked up Scarlett because I wanted to do a custom, or maybe one or two customs of Scarlett, so I needed an extra one. So I don't know what outfits I'm planning on doing for her. I've never really done a lot of custom work. I have done a custom for Chelsea Green, though, of her Impact Wrestling like return attire in like the Hot Mess outfit. There she is with the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast custom wrestling figure belt, which I got from Wrestling Customs 24/7. Not sponsored, but I do like their work, so check them out when you get the chance. So yeah, I have the second one. I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to keep this one plain, or maybe I might do another custom. I don't know. It depends on if I see a cool attire that I've seen Chelsea Green wear that I want to try and replicate with a custom. But for now, I'm happy to have this one. I picked them up at Walmart, so they were super cheap, which is why I picked them up together. Still some really good figures, especially for basics. And obviously, since Scarlett and Karrion Kross have now been released from WWE, I don't know if we're going to be getting any more Scarlett action figures. So I think it's just this, and maybe that Elite figure that just got announced with the really weird face. But I mean, all in all, if there's anything that I'm focused on, if that figure gets released, I think I'm just going to see if anyone's selling the Hourglass accessory for separate. So who knows? Maybe we'll see. Speaking of Karrion Kross, we have his Elite action figure. Now, obviously, I wanted to get this because now he has been released from WWE, but the big reason why is because before he was released, they announced that they were going to be doing sort of like his Gladiator, like NXT outfit, where he had like the trunks, but with sort of like the Gladiator tassels on it. Not like full-on Gladiator with the weird fucking helmet and like straps over him. But I like that outfit. So what I plan on doing with this is I plan on doing a little bit of custom work with this as well, and making those Gladiator straps for his trunks. And I wanted to look at this. The size difference, I didn't think there would be much difference between the Elite and the Basic besides, like, you know, articulation, but the Elite is definitely a lot buffer than the Basic. So I don't know, maybe I might do some custom work with the Basic as well. I think the head is a lot smaller on the Basic as well compared to the Elite one. But yeah, Karrion Kross, really cool, really great figure. It comes with the jacket, which I don't think he ever came out in this jacket during his entrance. I think that's more of like a pre-WWE thing. I think that might be a Killer Kross thing. So hey, looks like we have a Killer Kross action figure now that he's no longer in WWE. But much like with everybody else that got released, I really hope big things for Killer Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux now that they're back on the independent scene, which by the time this video comes out, I think their 90-day non-compete clause should be up. So best of luck to them both. But one of the last things that I have here to show you guys is actually my very first, never before bought one before. It's staying in, folks. But I bought a Marvel Legend, and it's one that I've had my eye on for a while, and I ended up seeing it on, where was it? I think it was BigAppleCollectives.com for a very good price, and it finally got to me. And it is Venom from the Tom Hardy Venom movie, and I think this looks awesome. It's got the two different heads and interchangeable hands. Like I said, I've never bought a Marvel Legend before. Just seemed like another thing that if I dip my toes into it, I was going to very much regret it. But I did like the look of this. I like how the body like kind of shines, sort of like it does in the movie, with like the inky look on it and stuff. And I can't wait to get it out and do some like cool poses with it, with like the sharp claws and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm confident I probably won't be collecting any more Marvel Legends anytime soon. Now that I've said that, probably in the next episode I'm going to have like 15 of them, so I just jinxed myself. But that is a very cool one to start with, in my opinion. However, we're not done. This would have been the end of this episode had it not been for an emergency mail call earlier today. I got this package in from Ringside Collectibles, so we're going to go ahead, open it up here. I actually don't know what's inside. I actually have 2 different orders from Ringside Collectibles for myself, so I don't know which one of them this is, so I'm interested to see. Let's see here. Oh, wow, I'm actually surprised this one's coming first. Okay. This is my Tegan Knox that I'm actually surprised this was the stuff that I got from their Black Friday sale that they were doing. They put this stuff on sale. Yeah, I got Tegan Knox, obviously another wrestling person from WWE that got released recently. I plan on doing a custom of her, of this figure. I plan on repainting the outfit to sort of be a different one of her Captain Marvel outfits. Like, this one's fine, but I would like to do the actual Captain Marvel outfit colors, you know, the red, the blue, the yellow. But yeah, that's actually very surprising that this package came first. I was expecting the other one to be the one that came first. But this is a very cool Elite action figure that I have had my eye on for a while. I've been contemplating whether or not to get it, but when I looked on the site, it was only $7. $7 for this Elite action figure that many people, including the people on the Major Pro Wrestling Figure podcast, Matt Cardona and Brian Meyer, say was one of the best action figures of its year when it came out. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Elite Io Shirai, and definitely looking at it in hand right now, it is definitely an awesome figure. A lot of really cool like visuals on it. Comes with the entrance jacket with all the writing and stuff on it. Some extra hands. There they are, some extra hands right here. So I'm excited to have this one in the collection as well. Finally, I actually have both Sky Pirates now because I have Kyrie over there. But yeah, I think this looks great. I was not expecting this package to arrive. I had a second package that was from Ringside, so I'm guessing maybe it was because this was fewer items. Maybe that's why they sent this one first. But yeah, that's cool to see. I guess I was expecting the second package to be the other thing, which was the setup for this Polymorph Thermoplastic. What Polymorph Thermoplastic is it's a moldable plastic where it comes in like these little white beads, and what you do is you put it in hot water and it makes it kind of like squishy into like a putty, and then you mold that putty into whatever you want. You leave it out and it hardens. And the way that I found out about this was from a video where someone made like a custom Venom mask, and for the teeth they used this to mold the teeth, and it looked really cool because when it hardens again, it hardens white, meaning like I can paint over it and stuff like that. So I plan on using this for a couple custom figures that I'm going to do in the future. So yeah, some of the customs that I have in mind are I'm going to do a custom Jeff Hardy as Willow. I'm going to do a couple custom Fiends. I've ordered two Fiends. I'm going to make 2 different custom Fiends. I'm going to do his Burnt Fiend attire, and then I'm going to do his like return attire that he had at WrestleMania. And then I actually have a third Scarlett that I ordered. Yeah, you saw I had a Scarlett that I just picked up. I have a Scarlett on my shelf, and I have a third one coming in, so that's going to be 2 custom Scarletts that I do. But I plan on using the Polymorph Thermoplastic for the Fiend customs, and then if I have any left over, I'll maybe try and do some other cool stuff with it. So I don't know, but yeah, that was quite a bit of stuff picked up recently. A lot of really great stuff here. Let me show you guys everything. Oh, get the camera off here. My goodness, look at Look at all this cool stuff. Whoa. A lot of wrestling figures, some cool Funko Pops and all that, and my very first Marvel Legend. Can you believe it? So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is everything that we have for today. So let me know in the comments down below, what was your favorite thing? Was it the Marvel Legend? Was it one of the wrestling figures? Was it one of the Funko Pops? Let me know in the comment section below. And I will see you guys on the next episode of the Collection Corner. What are we going to collect next? Who knows? But hopefully I'll have space on the shelf for it. See you guys later.